Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. As you can plainly see, we've got a few characters that are indisposed this week, as their stress levels have driven them a little bit mad. But that's fine, we certainly got some other things to do. Now we do have some decisions to make right off the bat here. Basically, how hard do we want to make this on ourselves? Because I like the idea of picking up an Ancestor's Trinket here, but that would mean going into a champion level dungeon, and I don't exactly see a party composition here that is fantastic for that. Maybe Louvet. Louvet's got Battle Ballad and Inspiring Tune. I could put him at the back, and then, let's see here. If I was to do something... Oh, no. Where would she need to be? Ideally, up front-ish. Though, same for him. Louvet's out. Other Louvet is out anyway. I could do like a Bradwardine... Oh, he's the command and bolstering type, isn't he? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, you can only do that from rank 4. Yep, that counts you out, sir. Okay, maybe these two together? They could shadow fade across one another, right? Like, they both possess shadow fade. They both have stunning satchels, because that's like the most awesome thing for the grave robber to do. Oh, that sounds like such a terrible idea, right? Doesn't it, though? Terrible and exciting? Alternatively, I don't see a lot of other options. I could put port, like I could do something like this, port at the back, and like that, she'd be able to just use if it bleeds and break through, and then these two could shadow fade and point blank shot around each other. But then I wouldn't get the Jester and his long-term stress reduction all the time. I think these guys would be better at the combat, but the other would be better for the stress. No, I think I want to get a little bit zany and run with this. I'm interested to see how it goes. It may be disastrous, and we might not make it through. The safer route would obviously be like to dip down into a level 3 party. Let's try to get like a Vestal leveled up for us. But, you know, I've never been accused of playing it safe, so I think this is what we're going to try. Provisioning will be important, considering we don't have anybody that can heal us. We're relying purely on food to make up the difference. So I'd say 4 full stacks are probably going to be required. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll do like 2 of each of other things, and then a full 2 stacks of torches. It is a long dungeon after all, and that's about half of our provisions. Don't want to forget about shovels. We could probably make do with 3. This is either going to be glorious or a nightmare. It remains to be seen which. Yeah. So, one thing to discuss, we have sort of completed all of our, like, objectives that are released in the game right now. We've got a new character coming out in about a week and a half, but until then...
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Until then, we have very little to be doing on the Red Estate. And so I think I'm going to take this opportunity to mix things up a little bit with the schedule. That probably means more games, more variety of games specifically. Haven't entirely decided if I want to run some sort of like a different game every day, or if that would be kind of cumbersome to watch, because if you had one particular series you enjoyed, then you'd only stop by on Tuesdays, and then after a week, do you really care to stop by again? You know,
In radiance, may we find victory.
that sort of quandary. So I'm not entirely sure if that's what I want to do. Oh man, Pick to the Face works from all the way back here. That is glorious. Okay. And then he could just battle ballad everybody to make them that much cooler. And then, what do we say to like a breakthrough to start things off? Alright, decent enough. And I would really like this guy to be dead.
As the fiend falls,
Yeah.
faint hope blossoms.
Good dodges. Got a decent amount of damage output. I would have felt better if that was a dodge, though. Especially considering healing is not
Continue the
something we do.
onslaught. Destroy them all.
But between the critical strikes, we've certainly de-stressed ourselves just fine. And there's not really anything else to be doing with him. She could always adrenaline rush herself, but like, why bother?
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
There we go. Alright, we do not need the bust. I'm gonna go ahead and try to stay on top of healing up, so we'll take that little dash of food. So yeah, I'm not yet decided how many different games I would like to play at once, but there's a bunch of different games I would like to play, certainly. And so I think that's going to become a little bit of the plan for right now. That gives me an opportunity to not have to just like put Darkest Dungeon on hiatus, but not have to have it be the daily series that it is right now. I hope that makes sense, right? Like, to maybe stretch out the new content that's coming out soon, the collection of any of our...
Their formation is broken.
Nice.
Maintain the offensive.
Any of our ancestral trinket gathering that we're doing. And we could kind of just spread that out through
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
the January final release date. That way, we don't have to ever put the series on pause, but we're not just
This
repetitively
expedition
grinding.
at least promises success.
I'd say we don't need Citrine. It's not worth the slot that it's taking up. We'll just keep moving. Oh, I did not reorder my party because I'm an idiot. Oh, but I surprised them, and see how nice the game would like to be to me. Do I have to pay for my mistake? Doesn't look like it. Awesome. Just do a stun right there, and then maybe we'll go for that. Oh, only 7. Not exactly what I was looking for there. We'll try and if it bleeds for 23, would have gotten the job done all by its lonesome. But we did dodge the other guy's attack. That's pretty cool. So 115, are we? Let's see how you
Well
like a pick
struck.
to the face. I think I'm done with you. Hardly. Nice. I do think the crit multiplier is synergizing fairly well with a lot of high critical attacks anyway. The Grave Robbers and some of the Hellions attacks. Her Wicked Hack has a pretty decent crit modifier. If it bleeds, not so much. But like, Pick to the Face is 6. And that was not very demonstrative of it, but we have been getting some good critical strikes in the past. And I can't flash back to there. Let's just do one of these. And then one of these. Okay. Not too bad. Not worried about stress really at all at this point. That ground and pound kind of sucks, though. Okay. Our overall HP throughout this dungeon run does concern me. It is something I would like to keep an eye on. Let's see about maybe getting a little bit of blight on this dude. What with his protection and everything, I think that's going to pay dividends. Ow. How is that capable of doing so much damage as well as stress? Oh, jeez. Not loving that. Not loving that at all. Okay. We'll go ahead and just keep it up. Let's see. Yeah. And 9, taking 4 each. Let's see if we can't dispose of you. Do you want to be disposed of? Please say yes. And 7. Ugh. Man, that hits so hard considering it is also doing stress damage. If it bleeds, can hit there. There we go. And he is going to die on his own.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
I would say food is going to be important after that fight. Ow. We certainly took our licks there. Okay, everybody except Omand. She came out just peachy. Okay, this is what? A sarcophagus? Does that look sarcophagus-y to everybody? I think so. And bear with me a second here as I get that pulled up. Sarcophagus. Loot, negative quirk. Empty. Aw. Okay. 60% chance of loot, 20% chance of negative quirk, 20% chance of nothing. And we drew the
ambushed
nothing
by foul
card.
invention.
Ow. That was quite painful. Your 80% trap resist that decided not to resist
As
it.
the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Of course, we're still eating Chinese food. So we immediately get hungry after eating. But at least we're able to take care of his stress there. Alright. Now, if I can make it all the way to the end without needing to camp, I'll feel pretty good. If I can get up to here and have 2 campfires to use, I think things will be okay. Lovely. We'll go ahead and battle ballad again. There we go. And then, you know what? I'm gonna also stun him. Took out 2 of their actions this turn. We buffed ourselves, and we'll get to do 1 offensive attack. But jeez, are you slow? Come on, Roke. Let's get a move on. Thank you. Time to get the lead out. Another buff. And this time... See, that does 6 to 14. That also does 6 to 14. Bleed resist, crit modifiers 12, though. Yeah. Oh. The crit would have been lovely there. But
A singular strike!
we can combine it with that. The quarrel is bad. Okay. Unfortunately, we're a little bit lacking in the hitting the 4th rank category. Yeah. Oh, man. Good dodge. Good dodge. Okay. Let's consider getting some poison darts into you. And we can just buff again. More poison darts. Maybe a stun right here would be worthwhile. I'd say so. We can probably kill the Bone Sergeant. Good dodge. I will probably jinx myself here, but I don't think Omand has actually been hit yet. Which I agree is impressive. Clearly he was addressing Omand's lack of damage. And then if she leaps forward... Oh, sweet. That actually works out quite well. If we could just get a stun on that guy, we cannot get a stun on that guy. Let's instead get a blight on that guy. And then just a little bit of damage. Down to 9. We'll easily have him taken care of next turn. Axe Blade. I have not jinxed Omand yet, and she still remains untouched. So you know what? We do not really need to worry about buffing up, as this fight is about to be over. So we might as well just de-stress. Stun him. And anybody putting just the tiniest bit of damage on him gets the job done. Alright. Good night, sir. Her adrenaline rush does allow her to heal up just a little bit at least.
Death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Oh, man. Like I said, if I can avoid camping until we get all the way down here, I'm going to feel pretty good. If I can't, I'm going to feel a lot less good, but I think that's understandable. If maybe I have to camp the second to last room or something like that. This is, of course, 100% of room battles. I could find myself completing the mission before I expect to. That has happened before. I would not say no to it. I've sort of just realized that
Devastating blow.
I haven't seen any scouting since I got down here. That's really weird. Why have I not seen any scouting? Oh, one away. So close, yet so far. Bodily is less fortunate than her compatriot when it comes to dodging attacks, apparently. Okay. 6 and 1. Oh, and Omand finally takes one on the chin.
Unnerved.
Before immediately taking one to the gut. Alright. Not exactly super pleased by that. I think we could maybe just wrap this one up, guys. Not quite. He lives with only 1 HP. We can do something about that there, though. And will this be enough? It is. It is.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Alright, again we toss the citrine, and again we move on. Our HP not looking lovely, but we do at least get a scout. It tells us that we need to go to that room. And more Chinese food. Are we even going to have enough food to do 2 campfires? We burned through so much of it just for healing. That was a little bit unexpected, I'm not going to lie. I expected it to go a little bit further. But that is what you get when you bring no healer with you. Silly me. Alright, Mr. Fusilier, I would very much like you to go away. We can do the 1 stun there, and then try for some backline damage. 1 more of those should get it done. Oh, that was so amazing. That was less amazing. But everybody dodged the blanket fire. Glory be the day. Alright, we can start stacking up bleed on him. Finally, our bleed sees some use down here with all these pesky skeletons. And could lunge. It only hits there anyway. Not bad. We'll take a 5 and a 12. And easy. We should probably be able to take this guy out just to get rid of the extra actions.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And then we'll deal with Mr. Bloodletter. Rain of Whips.
How quickly the tide turns.
Yeah, inflicted bleed on everyone. Everyone! Oh god. Okay. We definitely need to remove it from Omand, as it was a critical strike. And then...
The ground quakes.
We should probably get it off Bodily so she doesn't go to death's door. And then she can actually cure her own blight and bleed. Okay. And actually, I think Omand could have done the same, now that I think about it. Oh, why?
And now, the true test. Hold fast, or expire.
Alright. I would really love for her to make this Death Doors check.
This is no place for the weak or foolhardy.
That hurts. That hurts. Deep down inside. That really hurts. Man. Okay.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
I just needed her not to act first so that I could kill him. That's all that really needed to happen there. Jeez. We're gonna have to start tossing some stuff. But you know what? Bandage, food, satchel. Don't care about the shovel, right? No. Lock sarcophaguses, skeleton keys, 100 gold. Pretty worthless. Okay, let's think about this. I guess I start making my way back. I start thinking about whether or not this is an incredibly stupid idea or just a stupid idea to try to do this with only 3 party members. I've got like half the dungeon left to do. I can camp twice to heal, but half the dungeon left to do. That doesn't sound good, right? Like, that sounds like a terrible amount of dungeon to have left. 3 party members. I can't really see this working. But I would like to get back to where we started. Probably camp there. And then see how it goes in at least one fight. That sounds like a terrible idea waiting to happen now, doesn't it? Yes, I agreed. It does sound like a terrible idea waiting to happen. Oh, yeah. We're not even going to have enough food to camp through all this. Oh. Poor provisions. How quickly you have failed me. Alright. Well, at least we make it back to the starting room. We can camp, take off the stress, try to get as much HP back as we can. And then poke around a little bit farther forward.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
There is all of our food. And unfortunately, we are much more of a stress reduction type party than we are any sort of a healing type party. Oh, that's not good. I tell you what, we'll improve scouting chance, accuracy, and stress resistance. And then, you know, that pretty much does it. Oh, sweet. We pilfered for 2 extra food. Okay. And then I guess we rest. Hope to not get ambushed in the middle of the night.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
And just see what there is to be seen here. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Curious is the trap maker's art.
Oh, wow.
His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Why me? Okay. Oh my god. So many room battles. So many hallway battles. Nothing about this looks good. Prepped and ready. Alright, bulbous maggots. You're mine. Start out with a harvest. These guys have been made super easy. They did resist my bleed. Well, that's just not nice. Okay. Not a big deal. Easy kill there. It will get to attack me. It grave nibbles. I dodge. Suck it, bulbous maggot. Alright then. Things are gonna be okay. Totally gonna be okay. Let's stun the bulbous maggot, because we're not. Oh man. Or we won't, because he has huge stun resist. Tapeworm? Ugh. Why? Why would you tapeworm? Oh man.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Great. She just doubled her food consumption. Can't even get the perks of having 3 party members, like less food to eat. No. Gotta pick up a tapeworm along the way. Alright, I guess we just keep going. Hope and pray for the best. It would literally take a miracle for this to work out. That's basically where I am right now, is if only we could get a miracle, then perhaps. Like if we just dodge all of the incoming attacks? Yeah, I mean, that's possible, right? The random number generator could just decide that we're going to take no more incoming damage, and we're going to deal maximum damage with all of our attacks for the rest of the dungeon. Clearly that was not the case, as we did not dodge that one. However, he's going to bleed out. That's quite cozy for us. We can stun him. Yes.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
And we got the bleed. Sweet. Actually went surprisingly smooth, considering that's the party composition that killed us when we had 4 party members.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Why? Why? No cress. Okay. Key. Probably a bunch of stuff we don't need. Exactly. You get a scout here, though. I'm gonna go ahead and go this way. And that actually might be some decent cash monies. Oh man, that is wonderful. 3,000 right there. We do not need shovels. And I can deal without a bloodthirsty ring. Or without an anti-venom, rather. This, if I remember correctly, I guess I could look, right? Medicinal herbs is loot. Nice. At least worth its weight. Okay. Simple. Same fight we just had.
Decisive pummeling.
And we decisively pummeled them. Oh, and we got the triple dodge again. Come on, gang.
Powerful blow.
Again, we just need to crit with like every attack we do. Ooh, while dodging theirs. Oh god, that's not dodging theirs. Oh, not even a little bit. That's like the opposite of dodging. That's just taking it on the chin, people. Okay, okay. It's gonna be fine. It's not actually gonna be fine, by the way. She's the only one really capable of hitting back that far, but she needs to get in position to lunge to come at Mr. Fusilier, and that's not good.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Please. We're in exactly the same position we were before. Okay. That did not kill him. It will, eventually, but not quite fast enough. That's a little bit faster. Oh, thank God, we made the check. At least she cures herself. Although, thank you, he could have attacked her. He did not. And
The bigger
done
the
for.
beast, the greater the glory.
Alright. Don't need deeds. Gotta pick her up off death's door, though. Which means... can't really camp. I'm hating this. There's no way this works. There's zero way. Unless I discover some food, like right here. Yeah, nope. Not even a tiny bit. Alright, fine. We're gonna back up. We're gonna go the other way. What if we're ambushed like this? Well, then you'll be moonwalking at the enemy. They'll be so confused they won't know what to do with you. I've got to admit defeat. There's no way I see this working. I want to pick up the extra couple of curios that are just right here and might be free money or a map. That's fine too. Alchemy table, but we don't have anything. Otherwise, it is 25% loot or blight. That was blight, but we resisted. And I think the wise man abandons quest. Oh, that
Do
hurts.
not ruminate on this fleeting failure. The campaign is long, and victory will come.
That was a lot of investment into a champion character. I can't deny. Oh, and only like one of a handful of dungeons that we've ever had to retreat from.
The
It
plume
pains me.
and the pistol. A fitting end to my folly, and a curse upon us all.
Oh, poor Bodry. We kept the Red Estate's curse at bay for so long. So long were our grave robbers kept alive. But alas, it couldn't last forever. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to subscribe for more videos on the channel every day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or the death of Bodry. Yeah. I'll see you guys next time.